Hey, how's it going everybody? So back with another Gemstone Legends video. If this is the first video of this that you're seeing from me, this is a new game that's similar to Empires and Puzzles that I'm really enjoying playing a lot. So I wanted to do some videos kind of showing people how to play. We're going to get deeper into strategy as this series goes along. But today I want to do sort of an orientation video showing you the base, kind of how you play, what things to look for. It's not going to be a totally comprehensive video, but I think any deep game can be a little confusing at first, and so I want to clear up some of that to the best of my knowledge. So the one caveat is I'm still learning this game myself, so I don't know everything yet. And if you know more than I do in any of these areas, please feel free to share that in the comments down below, and that will help me and anyone else watching the video later. So if you are interested in playing this game with me, the people at Gemstone Legends have been nice enough to give me a promo code that you can redeem for 50 free summons. And that's something you do in the altar here, which we'll talk more about in a second. So yeah, you can find a link for download and the promo code in the description of this video. You would just click on the link to download. You have to enter the promo code within 3 hours of downloading and after completing the tutorial. So make sure you have, 15 minutes maybe to get through the tutorial. That'll provide a lot of helpful information anyways, and then you should be good to go from there. So this is your base. You can find various things here, and if you're coming from Empires and Puzzles, or you still play Empires and Puzzles like I do, you'll notice that you don't have to level up any of your buildings. So that's something that I find to be really cool. Just what is here is the way it's going to be. And some of these you unlock at different stages throughout. Like you can see this Guild Wars building up here is still locked for me. I've not found a guild that I want to join yet. I could just join any old guild, but I was hoping to connect with people who I knew in the game. So or from the Empires and Puzzles. So if you're interested in creating a guild or wanting to be in a guild with me, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I'll create something. So yeah, you'll unlock these buildings as you move through the campaign. And so let's start with the campaign. So there's different difficulty levels, which we'll talk about, but here's your standard campaign. And as you click on one of these, you'll get some tips like that on the loading screens occasionally. But you'll move through. You get different star ratings based on how you complete the levels. It kind of explains that as you're playing. You can see this is the point where you unlock quests. So some of these things will become available as you move through the standard campaign. And so yeah, that's how you get to that. Once you get through the entire campaign, which I've not done to completion yet, you then get an additional difficulty level that you can move through, and I've sort of started on that as well. So that's your normal kind of level player versus environment type stuff. Going back to the town, at a certain point you unlock this thing called the Rift, and this is a way for you to get equipment. So we'll have a future video talking about equipment, what's good to use, how you should use it. Again, some of that stuff I'm still learning myself. But these are extra challenging stages, and you can see what the rewards are. So it shows you what the boss is going to be, and then the star level of artifacts that you can get from those fights. So these are more challenging than the map, but you get some of these great rewards, and you can sort of farm these stages as well once your teams are strong enough. But that's what the Rift is. The market, there's various things that show up for purchase. It's good to check in here periodically because there can be some gold scrolls. I'm not sure if you can find platinum scrolls in here or not. But you can buy equipment, you can buy heroes, potions. There's a lot that pops up in here, so it's good to check that periodically. One really important aspect is the training camp. I guess they don't really say training facility, training camp, whatever it is. And if you've played Empires and Puzzles, you know that the training camps there create feeder heroes for you that you use to level up your heroes. In this game, you can level up your heroes just from playing the map stages, which I talk about in my video 10 things that that Gemstone Legends does better than Empires and Puzzles. But you can use this as well, and I recommend always having this thing full. So as quickly as I could, I made sure to unlock all these slots and to max out the XP that you get per hour. So this is where I'll kind of put extra heroes. You can see in this spot, I don't know if it will show who's in here. It should. Yeah, so I'm just leveling up a 2-star hero so that I can use other 2-star heroes to ascend her to 3 stars. Again, I talk more about this in that 10 things that Gemstone Legends does better than Empires and Puzzles. But that's basically, you can kind of create your own ascension items from heroes. And so that's what I'm doing here. I've got a decent number for being new to the game leveled up. And so that's another thing you can do in the training camp. When the particular level finishes, you have to come back and hit level up or next level or something like that. I can't remember what it was called. But that's a really useful building, and it is a little more manageable, in my opinion, than the training camps and Empires and Puzzles, where you have to pull all these feeders out, then feed them. You'll also notice that you don't have food or iron as a resource. So you have these coins up here that can be used for various things. I guess it's just showing where you can buy more. But you use coins for feeding, for buying stuff from the market, for ascending heroes, for doing summons, which I'll look at next here. You've got gems as well, which is a familiar thing. The lightning bolt is your energy. I haven't got into the Titan part yet. I was kind of slow to join an alliance with Empires and Puzzles as well. So the same thing has happened here, where I like to get the lay of the land first before I jump into all of the aspects of the game. You might be different, and you might want to get that community aspect started right away, and then you can fight these raid bosses. So you can see if you click raid boss, it wants you to join a guild first. And then you can see another sort of currency up here, which are apples, which, as I understand it, are used for attacking the raid boss. Okay, so yeah, there's a few things. I'm not sure. These are like guild coins, I think. I'm not sure what those do yet. But maybe if you do know, you can let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm still learning this. And when I started Empires and Puzzles, there was already a really huge community on YouTube and the forum that explained a lot of these things. So this one I'm having to figure out more on my own, but that's why I wanted to make videos, is to share that with you and also create the opportunity for people to share some of that knowledge with me. Okay, so let's look at the altar next, because everybody loves summoning heroes. So this is the way it works. You have different types of scrolls. Bronze, which are kind of like your silver tokens in Empires and Puzzles. Silver, which doesn't really fit in any of those categories. Gold, which are the first level where you can get legendary heroes. And then platinum, which are the absolute best, where you only get epic or legendary heroes. So if we were to use one of these, you can see that it costs coins. You can do it as 10 pulls in a row, because I have 65 of these saved up. I'm still trying to figure out which heroes I want to level up, which is why I have a big backlog of scrolls, because I'm not sure where to feed those yet. I don't want to kind of make the wrong choices. So I'm doing a little bit more learning before I proceed with some of that. We're at a current stage in the altar where this boost function is going on. And what that means is you have a greater chance, you can see a double chance to get some of these new heroes. So we have a couple legendary heroes in here. There's a lot more stats to these cards than you find in Empires and Puzzles, and that's going to be the subject of a future video, is like how to understand what all these things do. I don't think you need to really understand that super well to start playing the game, but we definitely will talk about that because I think there's a lot more room for strategy here, especially in terms of how you attach equipment to certain hero types. So anyways, you have a double chance to get that hero, this hero, Arthur. There's also 5 epics, one of each color. So we'll probably do another video where I'll do a large amount of summons or something like that. You have shards where you can collect usually like 25 at a time. So you can see for some of these heroes, I have the partial amount. So there will be events that come along and you can collect partial shards. So that's another free way to get these heroes if you can do enough in the event. And then there's fusions, which we'll have to talk about in another video. But basically, you can create a legendary hero by feeding epics and a rare hero. So you do have to level them up to do that, but it's like a free way to get legendary heroes. So that's pretty cool. All right, that covers the basics of the altar. We got some deals here that were being offered. Let's see. Arena is like the rating aspect. So we can see, let's look at the ranking. I'm still not very good in this area yet, but you can see what some of the top heroes are. This is where you can look at top teams to see what heroes you might like to try to get or to level up. Like for example, this is only a 3-star, a rare hero that's been ascended to 6 stars. So it's a hero that's much easier to get than some of these other legendary heroes that is still competitive enough to be in the top few spots on the leaderboard. Yeah, same thing here. This is another popular rare hero. So you can look at some of the stuff. You can see, you can get to the offensive part to do some fights. You can get to see what your defense team is, your history of raids, all this kind of stuff. The Lexicon is that element that we talked about in the first video that I've referenced a few times in this video, where you can see all the heroes in the game, basically. And so you can look through here and see who you think is interesting. They're sort of arranged in these factions, from legendary to epic to rare to uncommon. So basically you can see from here what are all the heroes that exist in the game right now. It looks like the ones in the portal have already been added here. You can then see their stats. You can read about their special skills. Each one has a special skill and then like a passive ability as well. So that's another way that they've kind of taken the angle of Empires and Puzzles. I think this is based on multiple games, not just Empires and Puzzles, but there's the obvious comparison for this hero leveling match 3 kind of game. And then there can be leader skills. So for example, this hero increases the crit rate of all allies by 15% in all game modes. So in each battle, you elect a certain hero as the leader, and that then imparts an ability on the entire team. So that is the Lexicon. Over here on the side, you get time rewards just as you play. So you can see I'm approaching 120 more world energy, which is pretty awesome. And I've already gotten 30,000 coins, a bronze scroll, some potions. There's a monthly one where just signing in every day and I'll get a platinum scroll at the end, which means a guaranteed epic and a decent chance at a legendary hero. There's some gold scrolls along the way, so just signing in, you get pretty cool stuff every day. You can get other stuff through these quests. So this, I guess you could think of more like Path of Valor, where you have to do something to get stuff. And then there's daily, weekly, and monthly. In the monthly rewards, you can also get things like platinum scrolls. So there's a lot of rewards there. Let's see what else is relevant. This little golden box at the top of the screen is your inbox. And this is where all the heroes that you don't have roster space go. So eventually I'll figure out which heroes I want and which I don't, and I can use some of these as feeders and I can start ascending a lot more of my heroes. I'm kind of waiting before making some of those key decisions to really find out who I think is best to focus on or which heroes I can totally ignore. Like all of us in Empires and Puzzles at this point have, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us have decided, oh, I don't really like this hero. Every time I get this hero, I'm going to feed it away. And the same thing can be true here. It's a little bit more of a decision because now you have the opportunity to ascend any hero as far as you want to. So if you really like some of these 3-star heroes, like I pointed out on those top defense teams, you can ascend those all the way to 6 stars. And yeah, I just think that's really awesome. So this is where news comes up. They talk about new heroes and other things. There's a bunch of offers and bundles on the side. So these change, and you can see, like, for example, this one, 12 gold scrolls. Typically, the cheapest you can get a pull in Empires and Puzzles is about $1.50 in the United States. It's going to vary depending on what country you're in, but that's the lowest it really seems to go with deals. And here, you're getting about 50 cents per pull with a higher chance for these new heroes. And you get a bunch of these training dummies, which are kind of like the trainer heroes from Empires and Puzzles. So just a lot denser with XP and are faster ways to get some of these heroes leveled up. So you got a bunch of offers in there. I think that covers kind of the basics that you'll need to navigate around the screen, to understand what it is you're looking at, to understand how to proceed with the game. And then, like I said, we're going to have a lot of fun getting into the more heavy strategic elements and basically a lot of the reasons that you guys follow me on YouTube, the kind of analysis and looking at interesting synergies, finding new clever ways to approach things. So we'll get deeper into the game as time goes on. I just wanted to kind of explain the basics first, so it seems a little bit more approachable. Like, I remember the first day or two being like, how do I get back to the campaign map? And it's like, oh, you just click on the campaign button. And then you can get to some of the other areas from here, like the arena is there. You can press back to go to where you were. Here are the rifts. So yeah, I think that about covers it. If you have any questions, be sure to ask those in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And there may be other people watching this video that are more knowledgeable than me. But yeah, let me see if there's anything else that I want to look at. So I'll maybe have to do something explaining the Guild Wars section as I get into that part of the game. Like I said, I'm still trying to get my bearings. I don't want to have to think about, creating if the Guild Wars are like, Wars and Empires and Puzzles. I don't feel confident enough to decide on the right defense team. So I'm just in a proactive learning phase right now and playing the map stages, playing the rift, doing a lot of farming, and then leveling up some of the heroes I know that are good, and then just trying to figure out what other heroes I want to focus on. So yeah, I think that covers it. You can see there's some redundancy where you can get to the shop down here, or you can get to the shop up here. You can click guild down here, or you can click, I wonder if that's locked for everyone or just for me. I'm not really sure. So yeah, I think that's as much as I want to get into in this video. I want things to err on the side of being informative and not get confusing by talking for too long. So yeah, I hope you'll check this game out with me. What I'm looking forward to doing and hoping to do is to kind of learn this game with you guys. So sorry, my phone cut my recording off there. What I'm hoping to do is learn this game with you guys. So hopefully getting all those free summons and kind of all this information explained to you is enough of an incentive to give this game a try with me. And we can sort of do that together. And I think that makes it a lot more fun. And that community angle has been the thing that kept me involved in Empires and Puzzles, where I had a place to go to learn more when I was confused. And I want this channel to be the same, or not this channel in its entirety, but I want this video series and some of the things I talk about on this channel to serve the same purpose for this game as well, which I'm having a lot of fun with. So yeah, let's do this together. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any uploads. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.